live. Just gotta wait a few moments. All right. With my Huckabee hat. I did his show a little while ago. Nice man. Very nice man. Anyway. So where to begin? Have you had enough? Had enough of this yet? I'm going to start with California because I've had it. I've had it with these people. I've had it with the two empty suits, Garcetti and Newsom. You know, these people, these two empty suits, these two do-nothings. Look, I know that a lot of liberals don't watch this. I know a lot of Democrats don't watch it because they know I'm a conservative. But if they are, do you realize that this governor and this mayor could not care less about you? They don't care about you. They don't, and it couldn't be more obvious. Close down the state. We just had a friend of ours drive from Pennsylvania. You know, most of the country's open and people are living their lives. Did you know that? Not California. No. They are not going to open this place up for a while. But they don't care about us. They don't. It's just, it couldn't be more obvious. I mean, what else do you folks need? Can't send your kid to school, which means you have to stay home. And we just eat it. We just keep eating it and eating it. What they do care about, what their priority is, Gavin Newsom and Garcetti, what they do care about, and their priority is homeless people, drug addicts, criminals, illegals, and that's pretty much it. That's their priority. Us, we're on our own. You deal with it. Now, I don't know why you don't see that. I just don't get it. My hand to God, I don't get it. What you must think of us conservatives, what you must think of they've got you so BS'd, so propagandized as to what a conservative person is, that you can't even, you won't even think about voting for a Republican who maybe will clean up the state, maybe get rid of the homeless, maybe get rid of the needles that are on the that are in the parks where your kids play, maybe fix the crime, maybe this woman or this man will fix it, but you won't vote for a Republican. I don't know why. Because I'm about as conservative as you can get, and I don't care what your life, and I've been this way my whole life, by the way. I don't care what your lifestyle is. I don't care about the color of your skin. I see people, I see Americans. I judge people by who they are. I judge people by how they treat me, and it doesn't matter what you look like. They've got you so BS that we're racist, bigots, homophobes, xenophobic. I'm all about law. You want to come to the country? Come here legally. I'm all about that. You want to work your way in here? That's great. My friend Antonio Sabato, he did it the right way. People just think they can cross the border and we got to start paying for them. You are so led to believe that we are animals, Republicans. I have a wife. I have a child. Do you think I want dirty air and water? Do you think that Republicans have their own supply of air and water that we're not telling you about? Do you think that? I don't want the environment damaged. I want to go to the beach. I want to do all the things that you think we're destroying. It's insane to think that we are this way. This wonderful state that we live in. It at one point, this was the most unbelievably beautiful, gorgeous state in the country, and it's being run into the ground. Are you too busy on your cell phone that you don't see it? Or you just don't want to see it? What's his name? Adam Carolla had a great bit about this. I love him. He said, driving around in your car and seeing what's happening in LA, it's almost like watching television. You drive by it and you go, whoa. And then you go home and you forget it. But it's happening. It's happening all over this wonderful state of California. And we keep electing the same people who are destroying the state. They tell you that we're racist. Prove it. Prove it. I judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. Been that way most of my life. When I was younger, it was a different story because I lived in Brooklyn. It was a much more tribal situation. But come on, folks. Come on. Well, I'll use a Joe Bidenism. Come on, man. Come on, man. Does that make you feel more comfortable, Democrats? And I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm not. I'm just, it's exasperating. I want to stay in this state. I want to stay here. But, so you ready for what's going to happen now? Because you might not know this. If you want to leave the state, they're going to tax you from whatever state you move to. They're going to keep taxing you because they don't want you. They're afraid you're going to leave. You know what else they're going to do? Ready for this one? If a police officer, and I'm not making this up, by the way, if a police officer catches somebody looting, they have to ask the looter, the thief, if he or she really needs what they stole. If they do need it, they can't be charged. Look it up. It's going to happen. And we keep going, oh my God, what's happening in this state? Do something. Talk to your friends. Now I'm talking to my Republican friends. Talk to your liberal friends. I know they won't talk to you because they hate Trump. Oh my God, Trump is the devil. But it's happening, guys. People are leaving the state by the thousands. And this governor is going to tax you. If you move to Mars, he's going to tax you. And this moron Garcetti, who cares more about other things than he does about the good, decent people of the state, screw you. That's how they think. They will not open the state. They're hurting children every day. They're hurting families every day. They will not open the schools. You notice how they changed the, first we had to flatten the curve with the coronavirus. So we flattened the curve and that was going to be it. And then they changed it to, well, now we have to social distance. Then we have to wear masks. Well, and I'm leaving a bunch of lies out. And then they said, well, you know, kids aren't getting it. Kids aren't transmitting it. So let's go back to school. As soon as that drumbeat started happening, what did they say? Kids are getting it and they're transmitting it. You'll never win. You will never, they'll constantly change the argument. So Governor Newsom, the empty suit, with the pointy nose, they said, we're going to go by the science. We're going to go by the CDC. Okay? We're going to go by the CDC, and that will dictate what we do in the state of California. Now you know what it is? We're not going to deal with the CDC. We have our own scientists. Who are they? Doesn't matter. Could be his neighbor. You understand what they do? Republicans, conservatives, we want people to live their lives. Live it. They want to hurt the state of California, hurt you, hurt your kids, to hurt the president's re-election chances. That's it. That's the only reason they're doing this, period. And every other big state mayor is doing the same exact thing because they want to hurt the president. Screw you and me. Screw you. We don't count. That's what they're doing. So now I'll quickly get into the general because I'm going to talk more about this as time goes on. I saw both conventions. I couldn't watch a lot of the Democrat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was depressing, and I don't hate my country. I love it. And what's interesting is just in terms of the way it was presented, the presentation, the Democrats had all these big Hollywood producers producing there. 4 days. It looked like something I did in 8th grade, 50 something years ago, whatever, 45 years ago, whatever it was. It looked like that. Compared to the Republicans, my God, that was a hell of a show, and diverse and uplifting and warm. I mean, what country do you want? This angry mob? What do you want out of a country that's great? You may hate the president. I guess I get it. You may hate the guy because he's brash and he speaks his mind, but he answers questions, tells you what he's doing. Look what the economy was doing before the COVID. Look what the economy was doing. Look at the Black unemployment, Hispanic unemployment, women unemployment. Look at all that. He's going to fix it once we get through this, the half truth, half lie of the coronavirus. It'll come roaring back. The stock market's already back. But, I mean, you look at those two conventions, you could not be more diametrically opposed of what you're voting for. Joe Biden, all right, I'm going to say something, this might get me in trouble, and I'm sorry if it does. Joe Biden, in my opinion, I'm an actor, a dad, and a husband. Joe Biden, in my opinion, has early onset of either Alzheimer's or dementia. And the reason I say this is because my mother had it. My mother died from it. Okay, her mother died from it. Seen it. Everything Biden does, the blank stare, the fumbling, looking for words, the laughing when you don't have an answer. My mother did all of that. And I mean it. She did it all. And I saw her progress just like he is. He won't answer a question. He can't even read off the prompter. And I'll bet you good money there's not going to be, he won't debate. They'll figure out something where he's not going to debate because he can't. And by the way, I hope he doesn't because it's horrible. It's a horrible, horrible disease. My mother had it, Alzheimer's, she had it. I hope for his family he doesn't have it because it is hellacious. Yes.
Can I say, as an independent voter,
That's my wife.
I believe that we do need to hear him speak.
I agree with you.
You said that you hope that he doesn't debate.
No, I said I bet you that he doesn't debate. I didn't say I hope he doesn't debate.
Every American citizen that is entitled to have a vote should hear
I agree.
at least one debate. Minimum, it should be 3, but at least minimum
Right.
1.
I agree.
And I would be suffice to say that they will probably just try to do a vice president debate.
They won't do a vice president debate because Trump will say, no, there's no point in that. Because Kamala, whatever the hell her name is, Kamala,
Remember we met her in New York years ago and she hunkered down next to you in the booth while we were eating and gave us her business card like 5 times and wanted to give to our nonprofit organization?
Yeah.
And she told me to call her and stuff. You know how much she gave to our nonprofit
Nothing.
organization for children with disabilities?
0.
Yes.
Anyway,
0.
let me finish, my dear. Thank you. I appreciate that. But no, I said he will not debate. And I'll bet you he won't debate because he can't debate. He won't answer a question. But put that aside. There's somebody behind all of this that's running all of this. Don't know who it is, probably George Soros. But what country do you want? I said this in my wife just went to a rally. I couldn't get there. There was I think 1,000 cars showed up in San Fernando Valley here, pro-Trump, and then I did a rally in Beverly Hills about a month or so ago, pro-Trump, because I think people in LA don't know that there are other conservatives or Republicans here. So there are. So, but look, I would bet you that there are more Republicans in the state than you think, but they don't vote because they figure, what's the point? Why not 1 year just vote? Vote. Just go do it. You might be surprised. Talk to your friends, tell them to go vote. But getting back to, Rush Limbaugh had something great this morning. He said, they're gonna cheat by mail, the left, because I read an article on Breitbart. What'll happen is this. So you'll have a predominantly red area of the country, whatever little town or city or whatever, and you get a mailman who's a never Trumper or hates Trump. So he'll collect all the ballots. What's he going to do with them? Throw them out. You don't think that's going to happen? Okay. Anyway, we got to figure out. Oh, so to offset that, get to the polls, vote in person, overwhelm it, crush it. So there's no doubt. I love my country, but I don't want my country to become what this angry mob is pushing. I love people. I'll talk to anyone, but they won't talk to me. I'll talk with a liberal all day, but they will not talk to me because I am the devil. That's fascism. And they call us fascists. So, Joe Biden's vision for this country, I don't even know what it is because I don't think he knows what it is. And I don't mean that. I'm not being insulting or mean. I'm being heartfelt and caring for the man. He is not there. And I'm sorry to say that. In my opinion. So I go only by what I say. So what else we got?
Well, as an independent voter, I voted for Bill Clinton his first term, not his second, but his first. So I voted both party lines because I vote.
What?
I did, but I vote for the person.
Wait a minute. What? You voted for who?
I'll say it again. I voted for Bill Clinton his first term. It was the first time I was ever old enough to vote. Put the phone down, call him. I don't care.
Yeah.
So because my background is business and I believe that the country needs to be run as a business and not as a political
Sweetheart,
catering
come
to
and sit
special
here.
interests.
Come and
No,
sit
I'm not going to sit there. So
Where are all my comments?
the reason why, I don't know, it's turned off for some reason. For the reason why I went to the rally yesterday is because everyone seems to think that our votes don't matter for California because your vote doesn't count. Your vote doesn't count because it's a blue state. It's a blue state. That's all I hear. And the reason why I went yesterday is for 2 reasons. Because I think that we have the ability to flip the state, not just on the presidential aspect, but in our state and counties, the smaller platforms. I believe that we can flip a lot of those seats. And the second reason why I went is because I feel like we're not allowed to have a MAGA hat or a Trump sticker or your car will get keyed. And we saw some keyed cars. I saw a bumper sticker that had a MAGA Trump 2020, and it had the Jewish flag on there, and it said Israelis
Israeli
for,
flag.
right, Israeli flag. And their key was keyed, their car was keyed all the way down the side, passenger side. And I think that people just assume that our votes don't count and we shouldn't get out and vote. And the reason why I went to that rally is because I wanted to be a part of something that mattered to me and for our daughter, that it's okay for the silent majority, or for the people that hide in what their beliefs are for voting, whether red, green, or blue. It's okay that there's strength in numbers, and it's okay to be able to carry an American flag and not feel guilty about it, because people assume if you carry American flag that you're a redneck, or that,
Or you're a Trump supporter.
NRA and all this stuff. And it's okay to have an American flag to be an independent or a libertarian, or even a liberal or or a old world Democrat like my father was. I'm not going to go on
They're just
camera.
looking at me saying nothing. It's crazy.
No,
As
it's
handsome as
okay.
I am, they're
You haven't shaved in a week,
Go
but
ahead.
anyway,
It's okay.
I just wanted to feel part of something that felt like unity, because we haven't had that in so long. And people that were sitting in restaurants outside were walking up and shaking people's hands in these cars, and they were thanking us because we weren't scared, and they felt part of something. And that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
It's okay to vote however you want to vote, but you shouldn't be beat up or have your business or livelihood destroyed because you think a different way
Right.
from the way they think.
I agree.
And that's why I did it.
Yeah, let me tell you real
That's
quick.
it.
Here's how crazy it is. Friends of ours come out from Pennsylvania. They drive. Along the way, they stop. They pull out the American flag and they take a picture where they are. Right? Great. Take a picture. People come along. Oh my God, great. Take a picture with us. They get to California. They go to the beach in Santa Monica. They talk to people, hanging out. People are nice. How you doing? As soon as they pull out the American flag, they ignore them. No lie. So real quick, I just want to point one thing out. Okay, I'm sure somebody's commented on that white dot on my tongue. You know what that is? It's a scar. Bit my tongue so hard once. I've got scar tissue. I had it removed, came back. If you're a doctor, you don't have to call me. It's nothing bad. It's a very wicked scar, and it's fine. God bless all of you. We'll talk soon. And